Hello guys and girls, and welcome back to the next episode of Cities Skyline with me, Biffa. We've got a huge disaster on our hands. This is our forestry business, and someone's been smoking on the job. Look, the blimmin' fire trucks can't get through. What are these guys doing here? Businesses are collapsing. Oh, I see. They've all decided to stop behind this fire truck. Look at them all. And they just can't get through. Let's just have a closer look at this. Do you know what? I really would like a picture of this. Hold on 1 second. Well, let's see if they ever get past. Yes, so here we are. Yeah, he's finished. He's like, excuse me, I've done my job. You can all go. Oh, one of them's given up and gone home. Oh, they're steaming past. Where are they all going? Yep, they're all spreading out all over the place now. No, they're now stuck behind. I love it. Oh, I love the AI in this game sometimes. Let's get out of that view. So, yes, there we go. Our forestry business is burning down to the ground, which is not very good. We are growing. We're heading towards 120,000 population, over 4 million. We have so much money. It's amazing. And the city is looking fantastic. So, let's head back over here. We've been working on this area over here. We put some... Yeah, we put some residential, was the word I'm looking for, over here. It's grown very slowly. What I've been finding has been happening is my growth. I think it's part of the game. Once you get to a certain point, unless you use a mod, which I know can be game breaking, literally it can break the game once you stop using the mod, growth slows down a lot. Because, look, I am running... Let's run the game on full speed. The speed that the game is running at now... even though it's on full speed, is probably what I would consider between speed 1 and 2. Because after a while, the game engine just can't cope with the size of a city and so many assets and stuff like that. The CPU use, I don't want to talk about this for ages, on my PC is like 30%. I've got a 1080 graphics card. You know, it's nothing to do with the PC. So after a while, the game does start to struggle. We've sort of reached a point where... growth is becoming a huge issue. I've had the game running for ages and the demand hasn't gone up. I don't want to use Demand Master and break the game. So what we are going to do is we are going to take a look around the city. We're going to do a couple of tours, check out some of the areas. And then there's something that I would like you to do for me for what is going to be, I'm sad to say, the finale on episode 50. We've grown our... I mean, look at this. We've grown our city. It is absolutely amazing the way it's come along from such small beginnings on this amazing, amazing map. I'm absolutely loving it. But then for episode 50, we're going to do something special. So stick around. I'm going to let you know what that is. But let's take like just a mini tour of our city for those that have joined us. You know, later on in the series and haven't seen where this all began. So this was the junction where we started our city with this little road coming in here. And this side of the city over here, which ended up being called Oolongshire Park and, what's that, T-Mountain Bay, was the first area that we built, this section here. We've still got this little low-density area here, which I like. I like this, right by the coast, looking out over the sea, over to... Oh, what was the name of this area here? This is British Island. That's right, the British Island. So lovely little area over there. I do like that. But yeah, this was the first part of our city. And look how it's grown now. It is looking absolutely fantastic. And then, of course, we expanded across this way. And we've got our farming industry at the back here. We've got the old factories that were left. There we go. And then we've got our big farming industry along here. Still pretty busy. I mean, this could have done with being upgraded at some point. But I like the fact that it's busy. I like the fact that it's busy down here. There's no ongoing traffic jams. It's okay. Then we've got oil industry. We spread out into that. And we've got our cargo harbour bang smack in the middle of our city. Which, this area here, I really like it. It works really well. So then moving on from there, the rest of this little land mass area, we have our water filtration area. This is growing up nicely. I like this. We've got lots of different items here to do with water filtration and water purification and stuff like that. And this is built up really nice along the front here as well. Lots of offices, which obviously people are travelling to use. And then almost finally along here, our nuclear power plant. That is the main source of power for our island over here. And a few sort of power props and things at the back here. We've got some other power producing items and offices. I like this. We never sort of did totally finish this area, but I like the way it's turned out. I think that looks really good. And then we did like a little cargo area over here. This is another example. We've never had enough industry for this to fill up again. We've got a little bit of industry in there. A bit of wood industry decided to come along. Forestry industry and work in there. Oh, then our train about. Yeah, that was one of the ones we put in. One of the new ones. That works really, really well. I enjoyed adding in all the new train junctions. That made a big difference to how everything worked. So, yeah, we'll talk about that in a moment. Then over here, so there we go, just so you know where we are. This is the bit we've just been talking about. Then over here, we have University Island. So this was our university area we set up with the little faculty buildings. I do like those buildings. A nice little train terminal that comes in here. And a modern looking university. I think that's fantastic. This city, do you know, when I sit down to record, I've said this before, I just like to find a little spot and just to sit and watch, because it just seems so alive with all the boats and trains and cars and planes and everything running past, driving past, flying past, floating past. I love it. I really do. Anyway, that was University Island, and we had a little train section that came across there. We've got a ferry route that runs up and down. Connecting to this hub. So this was the jiggery pokery hub. I enjoyed building this. I deliberately built it in a place with not too much space. So we had to sort of work and try and squeeze it in and all that sort of thing. Things could have been done better if we'd had more space. But like I said, I enjoyed using the limited space. So what has it got in here? We've got the tram in here that goes up and around all the business area over here. Up and down this... oh, it goes along here, doesn't it? And connects, yes, through the first area that we built, all the way up to the end. Does it carry on any further? No, just up to that corner there. And then we've got monorail as well. The monorail is what goes around this shopping district over here. Then, of course, we've got the end station, and they go off all over the place. We've got a bus terminal hub. That's where our trams come from. What else have we got here? Yeah, we've got a ferry thing. We've got everything in here. To send transport all around the city. Oh, and of course, and we got these as well. There we go. Lots of people using the blimps. 70 last week. Yeah, maybe not so many. Lots of people using the trains and the buses. Traffic picking up a bit along here. Maybe something we could do about that. Where are they all going? Are they... Oh, it's because of the trams and stuff. Oh, well, never mind. But that really helped in our big shopping area. Ah, yes. The fun we had trying to get the posh mall. I had a little thing where I was working to get the monuments, and I did a whole episode trying to get the posh mall without realising I'd already placed it, because I started this map on my old PC and I worked my way through everything I needed to do to get the posh mall, and it was forever unlocked and I didn't realise. And then I transferred over to my new PC, and things like that don't stay unlocked, so I had to unlock it again. And then we've got 2 posh malls, I think, which is interesting, because normally you wouldn't be able to do that. But I like this area with the shops and everything. Very busy part of the map. So that was the start of our area, and then we branched out. We ended up adding in, what was the name of this? Eternity. There we go. Prison Island. Lots of T puns. So if you come up here, let's follow one of these cars. Let's follow this police van. There we go. So he's heading through our first gate, over the bridge, and then we had another gate at the end here where they have to check in. This little outpost there. He's probably going to stop there. No, he's carrying on. Then we're going up through the security walled off section onto what ended up being quite a very nice looking, with palm trees and all sorts, prison. There we go. He's going to stop there, isn't he? Where's he going? Yeah. Oh, he's dropped off some prisoners. Wow. That was like a clown car. About 20 prisoners got out of that car. Did you see that? So we've got Prison Island, which ended up being like a paradise island. But I like it. I like it. And then next to that, along the frontier, we ended up with Party Island. There we go, Party Island. So lots of leisure stuff going on here. We've got hotels on the front. A nice little hotel section. I like some of these hotel assets as well that have been popping up. Very cool looking buildings. But yeah, we've got lots of sort of fishing things. There we go. You could take out boats for the day. What is that weird little park thing? What's that? Billy K. Gallas commercial building. Look at that. It's an interesting asset. It's a commercial building, but it's benches. Oh man, that truck's gone the wrong way, isn't he? Shouldn't be going down there. But yeah, Party Island. I really like that. So then we started to spread out. So we started to spread out over this way, and these little teeny tiny islands in the middle, whoops, wonky. We started to fill these up as well, and I think they look really nice. I like the way they've all grown up. You know, expanded, nice big buildings on a teeny tiny island. Something a little bit different. And we crossed over to this area over here. Now, eventually, this area around here, did that have a particular name? Teesdale, that was it. Started off as a low-density residential area, and as the game's gone on, we've expanded it. We've got our own homemade little park that we made in the middle here, which I like. Let's go this way, and we can see the statue. Zip! Let's turn it round. There we go. And I really like the way this looked, and this nice big roundabout in the middle worked out really well. I like that very much. And we basically expanded all across here and started heading up to get some business. So we've got... what is this over here? This is ore, isn't it? Yeah, we've got ore and stone and steel. What have we got? Mining. Yeah, this is all ore stuff over here, which has been kept very, very busy. That's shipping all over the world. And... all over our map. And this is part of our secondary train line that we have. That's something that we set up a while ago. We had a separate line for cargo and a separate line for passengers. And that really helped our train line take off. Haha. And then we headed up the mountain. We've got this lovely mountain area. Kent Hills, Mill Hills, Olive Square, T-Top Heights. There we go. Right at the top. And this is one of my favourite areas. I've enjoyed on this map building on the different mountains. That one over there, that one over here. And this one as well. I've really enjoyed doing that. I think it just looks nice as well. And of course we've got our blimps at the top here that everybody wants to use, and this is where our blimp depot is to service the rest of the city. Yeah, I like that a lot. And that heads all the way down here. We've got a train station going back into town. We've got cable cars here as well. There we go, going over the mountain from one side to the other. That is used a lot because we've got little tiny communities the other side of the mountain. I mean, imagine living there in this little bay. Let's have a look. I mean, it's a lovely little place to live. Very nice, very nice. I like that. Oh, look, you can see the observatory in the distance. So that was the mountain. That was my first mountain build. Got this train station here that's never been used. Like an abandoned train station. I don't know why it's there. Is that full up yet? That's still not full up. That never gets filled up, that one. I don't know why. Yep, so that was that. We built all of that. And then we started spreading out to the other side of the motorway. And all along here. Sporty Island. I really like this build as well. This massive big prop. Can I click on it? There we go. Oh dear. Colossal Park, Sports Precinct. Winning more games than we're losing. That's good. We're spending a lot of money on their training. So, come on, guys. Keep winning. What's the name of the team? Sippity City FC. Hopefully they'll pick up the dead person soon. Yeah, but I love this prop because it's got Metro underneath here. It's got like a parking area. It's got a train station attached to the side. It is just huge. It is all of this that you see here in that section. And I like this. And we added all the parking around here, which of course hardly ever gets used. I think that's a shame. I think when all the people come here, I mean, obviously a lot of them are going to be coming by train and bus and all that sort of stuff. I think they should weight the game so there's always a lot of people with cars. Because you always get car parks filled around sports stations. But anyway. And then we've got like the football practicing areas over here too, which we set up. I really like those. And we sort of, not struggled, but it made it a challenge to get the train stations out of here, the train lines, which I really enjoyed. I enjoy giving myself challenges if I can. This line then heads all over here, which we'll come back to. But lots of transport to get into here, and that works really well. I love this building here. This is a police building. This is a police headquarters from Hamburg, and it looks fantastic. Lovely, big, unique building. I think having these sort of different types of buildings peppered around your city and doing something special with them when you're building, you know, can really make a difference. There we go. That was autosave. Sip of tea. Let's continue on. So like this area here, we obviously built a nice little park as a focal point. This one here, we've got our shopping mall as a focal point. But you've got the roundabouts as well. This map really helps because it's got some lovely designed roundabouts. I mean, this tiny one here I made myself, but putting that in the middle, suddenly it becomes a focal point, doesn't it, of the map? Or of that area. And like this one here, I built this junction here, and I really like the way this has worked out. So it's not a proper roundabout. Did the roads? Yeah, the roads do go one way around the outside. You got the crossing in the middle as well. It handles a lot of traffic really, really well. And then just putting these in the middle as well. The trees, the flowers, the fountains. I think that worked out nicely. I like this build a lot. So moving on from this area, I mean, you can see we've expanded out all over the place in all sorts of different directions. This bit down here again was another big focal point build. We got the Cathedral of Plenitude or Plenitude. So I wanted to add it into this area here. It's the Vatican City, another T-pun there. T-puns falling out the sky. And I really like this one. I like this one a lot. Nice fountain area, nice roundabout again going around that. And again, it just gives something for your eye to focus on, a reason for people to have built around the city. So that was really good. This was a nice big cargo area, hub thingy that we put down here. Never get the... Oh, it is a cargo hub. I can never remember the exact names. It suddenly got really busy. As long as the traffic doesn't back up out of there, I'm not too worried. It works really well. Our separate cargo line comes in. And these guys have direct access, here we go, in and out onto the highway, which freed up that junction there. And then this was like a recycling plant. So these were other props that you can get in the game. Got the aluminium. I'm not sure what MRF stands for, but glass, paper, and then they just look pretty. This one over here, it's this one here. There we go. Recycling drop-off centre actually works as a garbage collection centre. There's a sorting centre. We put some parking in with some trucks. I like this little build as well. This worked out really nice. We had some fun trying to get the train line to work through there. Monorails are all over the place throughout our city as well. I loved using the monorails. There we go. Up to little bits of industry spotted around as well. Although as the city grew, industry needs became less and less. People were more happy to work in offices, which was fine. So now we're over this side. So that's the first mountain that we showed earlier. We have another sporting area down here. The sporting games are linked from one to the other, even though this says FC Barcelona. The games, the wins and the losses are linked, it seems. I don't know whether it is now, actually. Council, or maybe this one isn't. It was before. I don't know, but this one's got Barcelona in it now. Anyway, ignore that. So this was a cool build. I like this one. Right by the sea. Got a nice sea wall. Again, we got transport. Got a nice roundabout build here that we did with some nice flowers and trees. Just to make a nice little focal point here. Again, I love watching roundabouts. I love watching this city. It's fantastic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a download for this city. Your mileage may vary, as the saying goes, as to how well you can open and play it. There is a link to all the assets below that one kind viewer put together for me. Whether it contains absolutely everything, I've not added any more assets. There may be a mod change or two. But nothing major, nothing game-breaking. So hopefully, if you wish, you can open it up, take a look, and discover some of the bits around the city that I may not have sort of covered, that you may have missed. What's this building here? Is that some sort of school? Agave Food Cafe. Oh, okay. Nice-looking cafe there. I like that. Yeah, we've got lots of industry in the middle there. Another mountain build. I liked this one, although for some reason we've got this huge office. I don't like that. Do you know what? I'm going to change that. Oh, it's because it actually is an office. Yeah, there we go. Rebuild into something smaller, please. Thank you. Yeah, so that's that area there. There's the cargo hub. And then we started branching out across the sea. So we've got over here, we wanted to have an area where we could put some of our monuments and things that we were getting. So we've got this one here, the Opera House, if I remember correctly. Yep, the Opera House. So we sort of built around that, and that ended up being a mountain type build as well. We've got the aquarium in its little area here, and then over the other side we've got the oppression office, courthouse. Yes, the courthouse. So that was sort of nestled into the mountain, and we've got a nice mountain build. Oh yeah, and then we've got this on the top here. There we go, the observatory, and I like that, and that gets a big view over the whole of the city with all of the transportation flying around all over the place. Very nice, very nice. Then we sort of built this area up. Another little low-density island. We started to build this area here. What do we put in here? We've got the science centre. We've got... Oh, yeah, these are some props as well. Research centres and things. I like those. The Modern Art Museum. Theatre of Wonders. And that was like a nice area. You'd come and visit with the kids. Go to the science centre. Do all sorts of cool things. Another little cargo hub down here. Just to help service that area. Man, how did he... slide sideways into there? Did you see that? Good grief. That is some boat driving. Right. So then we started heading across to the other side of the map. So this is the bit we've all just looked around. We headed over here first, and this was our first attempt at an airport. I got a ton of stick for this. I've only ever been to an airport once. Yeah, I've seen airports on the telly, but, you know, people don't sit down and take notes about how they should look. I thought this looked alright in the end, using some of the props that we've got. Why is this... Oh, he's waiting to take off there. Okay. It seemed that even though I connected these up, they don't actually get used. But, yeah, there's probably something you can do to fix that. But I quite like this. This was a small airport. Just one of the normal airports here. And we've got trains. We've got monorails on here. No, just a train going backwards and forwards. What are these? Oh, I see. Oh, look. It's like a little leisure... Nice little leisure area here with hotels as well. And then we started heading further back over here. Didn't we do one? Oh, yeah, we did this over here, didn't we? Oh, yeah, this was right. This was the Science Centre. Another one of the monuments we got. The Hadron Collider got its own little area with an IT centre. Obviously, transportation. We decided to put a football thing over the back here as well, because why the heck not? This is the one that's linked, isn't it? Yeah, Cities City. I knew one of them was linked. There we go. That was this one here. Of course, that's one of the bog standard ones that comes with the game. And then we headed back. Whoops, turned the wrong way. Then we headed back even further into the back of the map. And we had this area over here. So this was our international airport that we put in here. Did I never rename that? Shocking. International airports. There we go. I thought I named the area. Yes, I did. There we go. And we put loads of transportation and stuff over here with the idea of expanding and building over all of this, but as I've mentioned, the demand is very low for expansion, so sadly that is not going to happen. I mean, one of you guys or girls may download the map, stick on the Demand Master mod, I should say, and, you know, fill up all of this area. If you do, send me some pictures. Send it on Twitter. Biffa 2001. I'd love to see it. But I like this area here as well. Nice sort of park area through the middle here. Leisure things for people to come and see. These train stations are one of my favourite things to watch. Getting nice and close like this. And you can see all the people inside jumping on their trains and exploring our lovely city. Wow, did you see that near miss? The plane and the blimp, I'm sure they were very close together. And then we started expanding out on this island over here. And that pretty much is Cities City. What are we up to? We're up to 130,000. Oh, finally we've got a demand for some industry. Although we've got a demand for industry, they haven't moved in. We've got industry along here. Yes, you're lying, you're lying. You haven't really got a demand for industry. But I think it turned out beautifully. I really do. I love this city. This is this is definitely the biggest city that I've made. And it's my most favourite because I've managed to complete it to the point where I feel like I've done my best on the city. I've managed to use all the mods that I wanted to use. I've managed to use a load of assets, which I love using, and I've managed to do it without having to stop because something broke, which is what's happened before. A mod's broken or the game's updated, and I've had to finish, and I've just enjoyed getting all the way through to a point where I can say, yeah, I mean, there's still stuff to be done, but I'm happy with the way it is. And on this amazing map as well, I really, really like it. So I'm gonna do a save game now. I'm gonna put that in a link below, so you guys and girls can download that if you so wish. Hopefully I can find somewhere to host that where you can get it. Mediafire, probably somewhere like that if that's still around. But now, what I want you to do for episode 50, we are going to unleash upon our city. Yes, we're going to unleash upon our city some disasters. I know a lot of you have been asking to turn disasters on. That wasn't the point of this city. We are going to turn disasters on. And yeah, this poor city is going to fall by the hand of whatever you wish. Now, what do you wish to see? Let me know in the comments below. I'm just trying to find somewhere that we can watch, just while I tell you about what I want to do. Let's watch the Jiggery Pokery Hub. There we go. There's always lots of stuff going on here. So let me know in the comments below which disasters you would like to see. I know some of you are probably just going to say all of them, but I'd like you to vote below. And I probably will end up doing all of them. Which areas of the city you would like to see hit? Because we've got particular landmarks as we've gone around that we'd like to see. So, disaster and which area. And I'll pick the top ones and we'll do that and we'll have a bit of fun with our city. But I'll do a save game before I do that because I don't want to lose my lovely city. My lovely city. But what's going to come after that? Well, we're going to have episode 50 where we destroy the city with natural disasters. Then I'm going to go back to doing a couple of scenarios. There's a couple that I found that I haven't done yet because I've done so many scenarios with this new update. If you've seen any new ones which are good, send them to me. Link them below. Hopefully it will go through the spam filter. If not, I'll still see it in the spam filter anyway. Or tweet them to me. Don't just send me ones, you know, I've made one, it's amazing, and, you know, if no one's played it or tested it, or, you know, you played it yourself and you know it's good, you know, it's got to be a good, well-balanced scenario, not just one that suddenly hits you with 1,000 disasters and you've completely wasted your time. I've done that before, I don't want to do it again. I want to have some fun, but one that's got a bit of a challenge to it as well, whether that's a challenge to grow, solve problems in the city, anything like that. That's the sort of thing I'm looking for. So hit me up with those. And I'm really looking forward to episode 50. We are going to have some great fun with this city. Yeah, it's going to be a disaster. So tune in for that next time. So hit the big B with a T stain so you don't miss out on our epic finale of Sippity City. Leave a like as well. If you're watching, I know you've enjoyed it, haven't you? You have. Leave a like. The next episode might not be tomorrow, it'll probably be the day after, because I want to wait and see what all your comments are, what you'd like me to do to finish off our city. So be back the day after tomorrow, and then the scenarios will probably start at the weekend. That is the plan. Thank you very much for your support. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.